Going to make planet Earth. And you remember when we did the 3D shape, we said the planet Earth is sphere. It's a sphere shape. It's not circle, it's sphere. So we are going to make the planet Earth in 3D form. So here we have a balloon. We are going to need colors, and that's going to be for later. We have the blue and green colors for planet Earth. We are going to need the papers. Remember I told you we have to recycle paper to make the planet Earth happy. So we are done with this one. We are going to, instead of throwing it away, we're going to tear it into pieces. Just tear it into smaller pieces, put it here because you're going to need it to make your paper mache planet Earth. So here we have the paper. If you need more, we're going to tear it into pieces. Don't make it too small because if it's too tiny, it's going to take a long time. So we have our planet Earth. Let's put it here. And you need a paper. You need a bowl. This is where we're going to mix our flour. We're going to use the flour, okay? We'll put the flour inside the empty bowl. You can use it with your hands. It's going to be nice. You can play with it. You're going to mix it like the pancake batter, the batter for pancake. Don't make it too watery and don't make it too thick, because when it's too watery, it's going to slip off the balloon. So here we have we're going to mix it. Mix it, mix it, mix it. You can play with it, okay? It's fine. Just play with it with mommy. Mommy's going to be there with you to help you out. Just mix it if you like. Use your hands, don't use spoon. Mix, 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 mix. This is too thick. We are going to put more water, because this is too thick. Put more water, but don't put too much, because when it's too watery, then it's going to be slippery. Put more. I think it needs more water. We're going to put more water. Just mix it, mix it, mix it. Play with it. Alright, put more water. And mix, 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 mix. This is the only place mommy needs your help. Not the only place, but still, just make it. Now it's a little bit thick, but I think I need more water. Put more water, just a little bit. Yes, that's enough. And that's the right consistency we need. Make sure you bring out the lumps. You can play with it, you can squeeze it, but don't make too much mess. You can make mess, but don't make too much mess. Alright, now I think that's fine for me. See, the consistency is not too thick, it's not too watery. It's just right. I can put a little bit more water. And when I'm done with this one, here we have the paste. It's okay now. Now you're going to take your balloon. The balloon is the shape, is what gives us the 3D shapes. Don't blow it too big, because if you blow it too big, then you're going to take longer time putting your paper on it. I think this is fine. Yes, that's fine. So you're going to tie your balloon. It's slippery. Alright. So we have our balloon tied. Now you're going to go in. You can wet your balloon if you want to. You can put the flour around it, like that. Put it around it. And now you're going to put it on the empty plate. Sorry. Here we have it on the empty plate. Put your paper inside. Make sure you use the part that doesn't have too much color. And then you paste it down. And we go round and round and round till we are done. Just put it like this. Remove the excess and paste it down. Keep going till you finish with the paper. That's why we are using the recycled paper. We are not wasting paper. We have to recycle in order to help planet Earth. The planet Earth needs saving. We have to do our best by recycling, reusing the plastic, recycling the paper. If you have a plastic from the mall, you can use it to save some other thing. You can use it as a garbage plastic. We have to put off the energy. If you're not using the light in the room, always put it off, because we don't want planet Earth to be sick. When planet Earth is sick, we will be sick. Everything will be sick. So we have to take care of planet Earth. So you can see, you keep putting the paper. If it's too dry, just go in like that. Don't make it too wet, because when it's too wet, then the paper keeps slipping away. So we go in like that, put it here, bring out the excess paper and and paste it. You can do it more than one time. It doesn't have to be one time, so the paper is thick and nice when it's dry. Just keep going, put it around. Don't use the color part because we're going to color it and we don't want it to look in somehow, because the planet Earth is just 2 colors. Here we have it. Just go around like that. If the flour is too much, just drip it away. Put more. It's going to be going too roundy because it's slippery now. Just take time, be careful. Mom is going to hold it down for you or daddy. And paste. Take a paper, paste. If it's too dry, just go like this. Don't make it too wet though, because when it's too wet, it's going to slip away. Make it dry, paste it down. This is a nice activity for your fine motor skills. You can use it to work on your children's fine motor skills. It's going to help them. Let them do something. They have to do it by themselves. Not only mom is doing it. Mom is going to hold it down for you, but you have to put the papers around it by yourself. Make sure the paper is, don't make it too tiny. Put the flour and paste. That's all you're doing. But make sure you paste it nicely, so that it lays flat and your earth is not looking rocky like a mass. Turn around. You can put it again if you want to go with another layer so that it's very thick and nice. Here we go. Just put it nicely. It's called a paper mache, and we're using flour, water, and balloon. So we've done the upper part. We're going to move down now. Here, when there's a pocket, make sure you put it down. Just paste it down. It's going to stick down to the balloon. Put it nicely. We're supposed to use a string. Okay, we have our string so that we can hold it up when it's dry. Now I'm going to go fast. This is too big. Now I'm just going to wet it with the flour. See, it's going to stick down when you put your hands in the flour. Here, there's don't let a space remain, okay? Make sure you cover it up. Everything has to be covered up. Now it's covered. Make sure all the parts of the balloon is covered nicely. Oh, sorry, I have to use the other side. Make sure you use mostly the plain part, so that when you color, your color comes up nicely. You're going to need the paint, okay? Your paint and your painting brush, that's what you're going to need to color it. Now I'm going to tilt it to the side. I still have more papers. Just paste, 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 paste. When you paste, then you're smoothing it out with your hands. Careful. You can do it more than one time. You can put it 2 times, 3 times, so that it's very thick. But just make sure to press it down and make sure it's covered up nicely. Oof. You can use the dry paper if it's too wet. Go in with dry paper, then it will stick down because it's already wet. I don't need to put it inside the flour anymore because the flour is there already. And quickly, because the flour is getting dry as you go, paste it like that. It keeps getting dry. It's just like you're putting a bandage on something. Just cover it up. There's a pocket here. Cover it up. See how I covered it? And everything is down. Make sure try as much as possible to make it smooth. Here it's not smooth. So you go in with your flour and smoothing it out. Now it's smooth. See? Just put your hands in the flour and smoothing it out. Everything has to be covered. Now it's covered up. Just make sure everything is covered and laid down nicely. If it's not laying down nicely, stick it again. See, it's simple, just stick it down like that. You can go in and work in the, I still have some parts without the balloon, okay. Turn it around and careful because this place now is more slippery. Just stick in your paper first, then you go in with your flour. Just stick your paper to see the side parts that doesn't have the papers. The dry parts with the papers, just go in with your flour. Okay, see? Now it's wet. You can put in more paper if it's too dry. If it's too wet, put in dry paper. If it's too dry, put in more flour. Here. And till you finish your paper, just stick, and make sure everything is sticking down. If it's swollen, press it down nicely. Carefully remove it. If it's too wet, just put in dry papers. Dry papers. See, I can see the green here. I'm going to put the paper like this and just press it down. Now it's covered. So make sure everything is covered in case your balloon goes off, maybe for some reason it pops, it's still going to remain in 3D shape. The paper mache is still going to remain in 3D shape. So that's why you have to cover all the places so you don't have hole in your earth. The earth doesn't have any hole. So you have to cover up everything nicely. And here you go, we have everything covered up nicely. You can smoothen it out if it's open, just press it down like that. Press it down. Press it down. And if you still have more papers, just go in like that and just to create, so you don't waste the papers. We don't want to waste anything right now. So we're just gonna go through, paste everything. Here, I'm going to cover this place. I'm supposed to put so that when it's dry, I can hold it down and the earth can move, just the way it moves around the sun. So, I'm going to put it here like this. Okay, just put it down, get a paper, and just paste it on top of that place. Nicely. I need more paper. Just go in like that. Don't pull it when you're done. Until it is dry, you cannot pull it. Okay, papers, just go in like that. And now we can put it outside in the sun. We have to put it outside in the sun to dry. When it's dry, it's going to be very hard. You can tap it and you can hear the sound. The inside is going to be hollow. Yeah, yellow. That's it. I still feel like I can go in with more papers here. Let's see. I can still see the green part a little bit. So make sure you cover all the sides. If you have more papers, you can tear up more papers. There we go. I'm going to put it out in the sun. Don't pull this one because when you pull it, it's going to come off. Okay, just leave it. When it's dry, you can pull it. So just leave it down. And we're going to put it outside in the sun. And thank God we have a nice sun. It's going to dry between 2, 4, 5 hours. And when it's dry, we can paint it just the way we painted our planet Earth. Just paint it with blue, and the green can be the little patches around it, okay? Just the little patches of green, but most of it can be blue. Alright, see you when it's dry. Thank you.